There's a picture on my kitchen wall, looks like Jesus and his friends involved. There's a party getting started in the yard, and a couple getting steamy in the car parked in the drive. Was I too young to see this with my eyes? And by the pool last night, apparently, chemicals weren't mixed properly. You hit your head and then forgot your name. And you woke up at the bottom by the drain. Now your altitude and memories a shame. What about taking this empty cup and filling it up with a little bit more of innocence? I haven't had enough. It's probably because when you're young, it's okay to be easily ignored. I'd like to believe it was all about love for a child. When the house was left in shambles, who was there to handle all the broken bits of glass? Was it Ma who put my dad out on his ass, or the other way around? I'm far too old to care about that now. What about taking this empty cup and filling it up with a little bit more of innocence? I haven't had enough. It's probably because when you're young, it's okay to be easily ignored. I'd like to believe it was all about love for a child, that it was all about love. Kinda nice working the floor since the divorce. I've been enjoying both my Christmases and my birthday cakes, and taking drugs and making love at far too young an age. Well, they never checked to see my grades. What a fool I'd be to start complaining now. What about taking this empty cup and filling it up with a little bit more of innocence? I haven't had enough. It's probably because when you're young, it's okay to be easily ignored. I'd like to believe it was all about love for a child. It was all about love. That song's more about control than power. I like to try to do stuff that is a little out of my comfort zone every once in a while. That was a Jason Mraz song called Love for a Child. I think We Sing, We Dance, We Steal Things, I think was the name of the album. But it's an old album. I do listen to newer music, I promise you. Just not a lot of it is vocally interesting. A lot of the new music I listen to is hip-hop or like punk, which is mostly screaming and rapping. And while I have a tremendous vocabulary, I don't think I have the flow necessary to be a compelling I was going to say rapist, but that's wrong in so many ways that I'm not leaving it in. I do not believe I would be a compelling rapist. My name is Gravity Groove. This is Bad Luck Good Game, and today we're going to try re-recording Esper because it fucked off and died last time. And I don't know why. It was actually one of the few sets I have I played that went well. That's probably why. Uh, yeah. Yeah. So what Esper? We're just playing Esper mid-range. So far, we tried the Jund deck, the Jund rigging deck, for like 2 hours after I recorded that episode. It just can't be control, and like almost every match apparently in Diamond is just fucking control. So I think the only decks you can play are control into control or just Boros aggro, and then either way you win, you lose, it's over quickly. The Jund rigging deck had multiple problems. Primarily, it's just too many of the cards are expensive and counter magic, you just out tempos you. You can't beat a deck where they can pay 2 mana to stop your 7-drop. It's also incredibly difficult to go into Esper that has main deck verses, and they verse kills your fight rigging. And the deck just drew incredibly poorly for me, just consistently bad draws. I'd say 1 out of 15 games did we get to do the 6/4 into the fight rigging. Like a 10% hit rate for the big combo just means the deck is shit. Whereas this deck has an ideal combo of Luminarch or Tenacious into Rafine, and even if it doesn't hit that, it's still very reasonable. I feel like the thing that I was least impressed with in this deck is usually the Obscura. Ultimately, from my last play session, that was the thing I would consider changing. We're going to try it the way it is and see if we come to the same conclusion. So obviously we have a very low curve here. Lots of 2-drops. Not everyone runs Null Priest. I run Null Priest because I feel like this thing gets exiled a lot. And doing a split here allows us to still have 8 playable 2-drops that can create some pressure. And this having Menace means it's got some evasion. The lifelink also is occasionally valuable. It also has the upside of, in the late game, it's a 6 mana, get your Rafine back, which is pretty cool. And then, the usual suspects here. How many hives do we have? 2? Yeah, I guess it's hard to fit more than 2 in a 3-color deck, huh? Sideboard has a couple of Null, a couple of Rave Enfeeblement. 3 Rave Enfeeblement. I wonder if 3 Rave Enfeeblement is too many. I wonder if one of those Rays should be Blood Chief, just so it's a little more generically good. Probably fine. We have 1 more Meat Hook, Soul Shatter, which helps in the mirror and against Planeswalkers. A couple Hearses, which I don't know if these need to be here. Honestly, I'm uncertain if there's anything graveyard graveyard focused enough that these are necessary or they'll help any particular game plan. But we're leaving them in there for now. Maybe they should just be 2 Reckoner Bankbusters so that we run into like Jeskai control or various Izzet control strategies that are very removal heavy. We could just side into Bankbusters. Hope that we can outgrind them. I'm going to tentatively just take one of these out because I really just don't know what they come in for. Put in a second Bankbuster. The Bankbuster makes sense to me in the control matchup. Teamer control will be the next one we will be testing after Esper. We did finally get to Diamond, but that just means that people are even sweatier and try hardier. So, yay, Diamond! Can't wait to get to Mythic for 1 more pack. Okay, we got Aspirant. Could be worse. There's the Harvester. So we might end up just trading these, in which case he technically profits because he gets a blood token to keep. Huh. I guess we'll just use all of our mana, right? We can 2-spell next turn. As long as it's only 1 white. So we could like Null Priest and Luminarch or Vanishing Verse. Okay, so we're bringing in the Meat Hook. For sure. I guess now we just Null Hide and hold up Vanishing Verse. Really could use that other white. Our Wandering Emperor is locked. Wow. Huh. Wow, that's unfortunate. We're probably screwed now. We probably can't win now. Sure. Yeah, we probably can't win now. Our next card needs to be a Plains, an untapped white source. You're gonna copy a token? Okay. I don't know what the point of that is, but you do you. So we're going to block the Chariot with everything. That way if they have a single removal spell, it doesn't get us. Well, it's not a white source, but, you know.
You could have such power. We will slay our enemies.
Gross. And here comes a Grasp. I don't feel like a white source even does it now, right? We need a Meat Hook. We do have one more Meat Hook to bring in out of the side. That's game. That'll do it. Okay, so we need Meat Hook Massacre and Nulls. Maybe Soul Shatter? Pierce. Not the Obscuras. Pardon me. I think this is okay. Could bring in a Stroke as well. It does hit on both Goldspan and Chariot. Cutting for I mean, Verse also hits both of those threats. Oh, Disdainful, admittedly, is much better on the area. Yeah. Maybe in the game where we're on the draw, we put in the strokes. Maybe we should just have 3 annuls in the sideboard if Jund mid-range is going to be represented a lot. And Goldspan is still really a busted card. The fact that it generates a treasure even on targeting is just so fucked up. You target it with removal and it gives the user negate mana. It's just profoundly fucked up. No other way to put it. Voltage Surge. Voltage Surge. No, no Voltage Surge. Wow, we are flooding a lot.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
You can now surge the Aspirant or the Emperor. Ah, sure.
Keep watch for intruders.
Miri's Call looks like it's going to be a spell this time around, huh? I think because we have Lolth here. We're probably just going to make a token because if they meat hook, it just refills Lolth. Kinda okay. Cool. So I think I want the Disdainful Strokes in this matchup. I don't think the Tenacious Underdog is going to be the reason we win or lose a game. I think by and large it's going to be Rafine. Maybe the Aspirant is less important in this matchup. So they didn't show us anything that would permanently remove this. Yeah. I guess the Null Priest, right? The Null Priest is worse. Okay, we got one of each. Be nice to draw a null. Next couple cards. Cool, they had no Harvester, which is good. We could not answer it. Is it Wedding Announcement or Rafine here? I honestly don't know. Damn. Good to rest. Currently the meat hook is not helping us. So white. We'll draw a card.
You'll never see me coming. Now this is a juicy secret.
Okay, that's kind of scary. Emperor. It's good to me.
My
And
judgment is final.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
yeah, I'm gonna discard this because next turn we could double spell. That's pretty fucking annoying. Right after we discarded our meat hook. Holy shit. I guess we needed to kill the Halana, but he was never going to attack with it, so... Okay. Yeah, I think we're just dead to the Halana. Yeah. We're just dead to the Halana, huh?
Keep watch for intruders.
Yep. Yep. Too many lands. Too many lands. Halana is a removal check card. If you don't immediately have removal, you lose. Unfortunately, we failed our removal check. We might have one more turn. Hindsight, you know? Guarded the meat hook and immediately needed it. You might have took it with the duress if we didn't discard it though anyway. And we're going to lose on our opponent having a 5-card hand. Although we've drawn a lot of land, haven't we? Yep. Yeah, we just don't have much for outs now. Earth. Okay. So now all we can do is full swing and look for meat hook. Jesus fucking Christ. Triple land. Okay. So I do think I want the third annul. Because we really wanted to draw that card more than anything else in that matchup, and we did not see it. So let's just put a third annul on the deck. If we would have drawn one of those, we would have won pretty easily. We have 3 Annuls and 2 Meat Hooks to combat their 4 Chariots and 4 Fables. Maybe we need a 3rd Meat Hook too. What's a standard Esper mid-range list? Two to 3 Kaito, 4 Wandering, 2 to 3 Obscura. Some people have a Singleton Legion Angel. Takes up a lot of sideboard slots though. 4 Luminarch, 4 Tenacious. One Meat Hook main, 4 Wedding Announcement. 1 Meat Hook side. Portable Hole. What problem does Portable Hole solve? Well. What problem does Portable Hole solve? I wonder. Looks like probably the mirror. It's either a bounce or Fateful Absence. Yep. Well, there goes our best draw. Or our best open. I guess we continue playing around counters, being that they've showed us no black mana. Gonna assume they're on Disruption. We go for Kaito here. Wow.
With the right tools,
So no Spell Pierce. Fateful Absence. They did have Fateful Absence. So they're probably just Azorius then.
something you don't know.
So we basically got a 2-for-1 on them there. What? I've never seen someone play this in Standard. This is just a stall until I get to Hullbreaker Horror deck, right? All we're looking at now. You can't cut me off any particular color. Only 1 basic though. We probably should have 2 basics. Yeah, this is obviously just a Hullbreaker Horror deck, right? Means there's probably Leer in there as well. I mean, they're sitting pretty for that. We've drawn no removal so far. Wow. They have bounced every threat we have played. Cool. Do this. this. Just stalling until Hullbreaker Horror. Okay. And they've got to it. I guess we'll play this on white wedding, and then we'll bring out the Emperor. Okay. That's weird. We're out of things now. Let's get to the whole killing you part of the show.
I have got new moves to teach you.
It's just a one-sided Howling Mine. Oh, that's not bad. It's a one-sided Howling Mine. You have another Devastating Mastery? No? Okay. I suppose he could be looking for Depopulate there. Now that we have multiple verses, I feel like we should just burst the wiretapping. Yeah.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Guess it doesn't really matter that much. Sure. You don't have the mana to target the Rafine.
I'm home.
Okay. So, what the fuck is the point of this deck? It's just pure control? Annul, all we saw was Cestus. Oh, I guess wiretapping. Hmm. So we are just mono removal and bounce, are we? Want Interceptor here? Or would we prefer... I don't really know if I want the Annals, so I'll just leave it with the 3 counter spells in there. It's a negate and 2 disdainful strokes. Don't really know what our opponent is doing. It's an off-meta deck, they say. Okay, we have a 2-drop into a potential 3-drop. Pithing Needle. Wow. Ido is now a blank piece of paper. Never had Pithing Needle played on me before. Sure. Okay. Ooh, does he have Spell Pierce? Yeesh. Well, they've had perfect answers to us so far, which doesn't make for a good start. Perfect answers. Pretty gross.
Kamigawa, and I will protect my people. May your blade strike true.
Sure.
Remember your training.
So if they tap out, we could potentially Hive of the Eye Tyrant, but there's like no chance they're going to tap out, right? Just a classic control Drago deck. Interesting. Okay. Oh, they tapped out. Wait, you get to kill the Emperor. I don't know if they see that it's on board, but really my problem.
Years of training for this.
Sure. So next turn we can Null Priest our Rafine back, which I think is what we want to try to do. if we draw an untapped land, maybe we just want to cast the Rafina in hand and hold up Wandering Emperor. And they're activating this like 43 times a turn, and it is kind of obnoxious. Okay, well, this is also a good way to just refuel after they Devastating Mastery us or some dumb bullshit. Let's do this, and then we can cycle the Rafine's Tower. Yeah, I'm never getting any use out of that. A lot of board wipes they could have. Yeah, we'll just cycle the Rafine's Tower. Probably a better use of our mana this turn. Yep. Aw, man. Pure Control, definitely not as scary as the Izzet. Could still have Horror at any point, which would be a problem for it. Yeah. But we can still flash in Wandering Emperor. Okay. Yep.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. My judgment is fine. Guards, to me!
Sucks that we ended up getting stuck with 2 land in our hand. Cannot keep our Rafine alive for more than 1 fucking second. Pretty annoying.
Keep watch for intruders. I'm never done for good.
Too many Wandering Emperors. Is that all 4 of mine? Three out of 4. Sure. Sure.
Feel the energy of battle. May you guide it like may your blade strike true.
I is just a real prick.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Sure. Just like board wipe tribal, man. Uh-huh. Good for you. Fucking asshole. Literally, it's just board wipe tribal. This is the trolliest shit I've ever seen. Fucking dickhead. Couldn't happen to a better asshole. I'm sorry, if you like control decks, you know, good for you. Go fucking cause terror and misery and disappointment in your commander play group. Like, you know, you do you. Enjoy having no friends. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm not down with the troll lifestyle. Magic is at its best when trades are thoughtful, when gameplay is tense, when attacking and blocking matters, not when you just draw go, win. If you want to play fucking solitaire, go play it somewhere else. We have the dream draw, which so far has not materialized, even when we have it. So this is definitely either just guy control or is it control, right? Are we facing board wipe tribal again? We're facing board wipe tribal again, aren't we? Yep. Holy fuck, man. Is it the same guy we just faced? Well, the Null Priest will get back a Rafine.
We must protect the people.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I've got new moves to teach you.
Sure. So we're still just stalling, huh?
We've got the edge in this fight.
This is a pass. This is a Hullbreaker Horror. So they have 4 mana and they played a mana here, so we're just doing this. Wow. I saw it coming and Doomscar. It's 2 Doomscars. See if they have another board wipe. Shit is so boring. Okay.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Yeah. Ah, fucking asshole! Another Bankbuster probably means a null. At least a couple of them. Oop. Negate. Stroke. Skira actually seems decent in this matchup, so what do we take out other than Meat Hook, which seems obvious? No Priest was decent there, huh? Hmm. Control match, I can probably just cut a land, huh? Both of them, just one of them. There we go. Huh. I guess. Keep a 5-lander draw. A land. So we've got Rafine. I guess we're just gonna play it. Am I getting a clue? Yay, I'm getting a clue. Good, because my hand is shit right now. That sucks. It's really unfortunate timing for us. We drew the third Vanishing Verse. Opponent plays multicolored threat. We draw our third Vanishing Verse. Good game, opponent. At least we have Hive. So if we cast Obscura and they counter it, we have Hive. Essentially clean up the asshole who assholes the asshole. You can quote me on that. I know it's poetry. Reckoner Buttbuster. Sure. If he had Disruption, he would have played it by now because he needed the blue land. Son of a fucking bitch. Okay, well, we're still swinging everything into the Terrafee. Yeah. Untap some shit. Tap some shit. Do whatever you want to do. Fuck, really? Oh, the clue? That's it. I give no shits about that. How did I have to play two of these assholes in a row? Like, what have I done to displease my god? I had to play fucking Azorius Control twice in a row. Hey, man. He probably played Hole thinking he could target the Interceptor, huh? Like getting the clue was not the plan. So he's got Wanderer in hand. Like 10 out of 10 Wandering. Wandering is coming down. Uh-huh. Come on. Okay. I will take a 1-for-1, thank you. First can't nail an artifact, can it? Yeah, I didn't think it could. Sometimes the client's bugged, though. Psh. Not really ideal, is it? Wandering Emperor. Yeah, the fact that they got our Bank Buster, but we couldn't get theirs, definitely going to be a problem. All these fucking Vanishing Verses are definitely a problem, too. Doomscar or Counterspell. Okay. So it's a Doomscar.
let your blade do the talking.
Huh.
Guards, to me!
With this, we can bounce their crewing token. I think that's going to be the goal. Yeah, fine. Not great. Put the counter on this. We have 1, 2, 8. That would not leave us enough to do this. Just upticking on nothing, unfortunately.
I have got new moves to teach you. I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. Our swords will cross at once. May your blade strike true.
Yeah, the annuls were the right choice. I guess we should have brought in all 3. Really should have brought in all 3. Just getting buried in card advantage here. The slow death. You can't counterspell this. Bye-bye. We are just going to start dying to these Reckoners, though. If we draw on land for like fucking 4 turns in a row, is there anything that can happen besides land?
Guards, to me!
Holy shit. It's fucking ridiculous. I've got like 30 seconds more of this and I'm out. I'm so bored by having 2 of these matches in a row. Yeah, I'm bored with this. Very, very bored with this. I would like to get more diverse matchups when I'm recording, but unfortunately, I don't control the matchup table, and seems like the matchup table generally enjoys fucking with me. Well, that's an unkeepable hand. I guess I'm bottoming the land with Reckoner Bankbuster in hand, right? my ideal opener and they're representing Doomscar. It's just fucking infuriating. Well, at least now we can Rafine. Maybe Vanishing versus the Portable Hole and drawing is actually better now. Opponent has a 93 card hand. We have 2. A null is pretty big game. Null is pretty big. So we can Rafine and hold up a null, or Reckoner Bankbuster, but not both. I think I'd rather hold up Bankbuster and a null. And I guess Verse. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's fine. Huh. He's got a bounce spell. We want to incentivize him to bounce the Reckoner. And because we already have 2 creatures, we're happier getting the card draw here than the token. So We still have a null and verse up. Even when you beat decks like this, it doesn't feel good. It's just so taxing and so drawn out and so fucking boring. Okay. Does this achieve anything? Huh. Yuck. We have our Hullbreaker Horror yet, or our Leer, and I just concede and get on with my life. The smart play is just always conceding when you're facing this deck. Just say you win. You're a better Magic player than me. Your big brain is too much for me. Gross. Two land in a row. Extremely gross. Yep. Like I got like one turn left here. Just slowly getting ground out while I flood. 19 cards drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10? 10 lands in 19 cards? Yeah. Sure. That'll do it. Well, I'm sorry you had to watch that, folks. Some people out there are profound assholes and in need of a proper shit kicking, and because the internet, I cannot transmogrify my flesh and bone through the airwaves and punch that asshole right in the face. And because of that, you had to watch that shitty, boring match. The deck might be okay. I don't feel like our matches today are representative of a big enough sample size to determine whether it's okay or not. I'm going to give it a few more shots after this set and see how it feels. But I think my primary takeaway so far from playing in Diamond is that everyone's playing control. And so the only deck you can play is like aggro. That's it. Just play a deck that's all haste creatures and don't bother, because you don't want to get stuck in this. And if you're mid-range, you're gonna get stuck in these 40-minute matches that you lose anyway because they have more grind and they're designed to do this, and you're gonna regret your life decision. So we're gonna be looking at the Boros burn deck and seeing if there's if maybe the werewolf deck would actually be worth running now, because we have reasonable hasty threats in that, and you can top it off with Goldspan and Thundering Raiju. And that might be good enough. Then you have Hannah and Alana. We're gonna experiment with that. We're gonna experiment with that a little bit. But my name has been Gravity Groove for Bad Luck Good Game. If you've enjoyed watching me just shit on control players, feel free to like, subscribe, say hello, leave a comment. If you do, I will respond. Sorry the last video did not work, but OBS was kind of not working, and I had to go through like 2.5 hours of tech support to get it working. But thanks for bearing with me, and we'll catch you later. Boom.